Go!
Wait, what? No way!
Why? What happened?
My bank balance is lower than before. Look at this.
Oh, that's a huge drop. Did you spend on anything?
No, I didn't buy anything, and this transaction doesn't even make sense. It's like my money just disappeared.
Wait, did you see about the news with CIMB?
CIMB? What news?
It's been all over the news now. Something about the missing balances and account glitches. Look.
Oh my god.
Good evening. Bank Negara Malaysia has imposed a 760,000 fine on CIMB Bank for service disruptions that violated regulatory standards under the Financial Services Act 2013. The disruptions occurred on April 8 and 9, 2024, impacting critical services such as online banking, ATMs and card transactions. These outages not only inconvenienced customers but also exceeded Bank Negara's allowable threshold for unplanned downtime, highlighting weaknesses in CIMB's response and recovery processes. Such incidents can damage customer trust and pose significant reputational risk, particularly in an era where digital banking reliability is essential. Furthermore, the disruptions underscore potential compliance risks as CIMB failed to meet key regulatory requirements for system resilience and continuity. Bank Negara's actions serve as a reminder to all financial institutions that maintaining technological stability is not just about operations but also critical to upholding public confidence and compliance with industry standards.
Good morning everyone. We are here to address the oversight failure that caused recently in our website, which is technical glitch. This has leading to duplicate credit and unauthorized deduction. This issue have not only frustrated our customer but escalate into serious reputation and compliance risk. So today we need to identify where we have fall short and implement the solution for our issue. So Ms. Farah, let me begin with the reputation risk.
So, for the reputation impact, it stems from our inability to proactively monitor the public sentiment. So, we lack system to detect the growing customer complaint on social media, the calls and review platforms. So, this left us unprepared for the backlashes that we have been getting. The delays in addressing these concerns further eroded the customer trust, severely impacting our brand image.
So, those are valid points. We move to the vendor oversight. Ms. Jiha, where did we go wrong and what can we do?
Our reliance on third-party IT vendors become a blind spot. We fail to conduct regular compliance audits or performance tests, which could have identified the system glitches earlier. Service failure by our vendors not only disrupted operation but also exposed us to regulatory scrutiny.
Vendor failure certainly worsened the situation. Crisis communication was another weak area. Ms. Anis, what your analysis on the case?
We lack a clear crisis communication framework. When the glitches occurred, there was no structured approach to inform customers or manage the public narrative. The absence of timely communication led to misinformation, increased compliance, and also further damage to our reputation.
Understood. Communication failure compounded the issue. So now, then we discuss the compliance risk. Ms. Dela, can you explain on this?
Boss, the oversight of compliance testing and internal audit was a major shortfall. We failed to conduct stress tests to ensure system resilience during high load scenarios, a critical requirement under Bank Negara Malaysia's regulation. Additionally, we ignore the whistleblowing reports that highlight early warning about the potential system faults.
So, to summarize, the root causes to our failure were insufficient reputation monitoring, indicate vendor oversight, poor crisis communication, and the gaps in compliance testing. I expect a detailed action plan in WIDI Thailand from each department. Let's reconfirm this evening to review the progress. Meeting adjourned. Alright team, let's continue our discussion on the issue that we already talked about in our meeting this morning. So Ms. Farah, please begin with your recommendation for reputation monitoring improvement.
So to address the reputational risk effectively, I propose that the following solution. So the first one that we can do is proactive customer engagement. We can launch a feedback campaign where customers can report issues directly and transparently. We can also use customer satisfaction surveys and net promoter scores to measure the trust level and act on areas of improvement. We can also do a crisis reputation management training where we can train a specialized team to handle online reputation crisis, including responding promptly to negative feedback and clarifying misinformation.
Alright, thank you. Vendor oversight was another significant area of failure. So Ms. Jiha, what measure can we take to strengthen our third-party risk management?
I will address the third-party risk involved by a comprehensive overhaul of our vendor management framework. So the key recommendation includes to strengthen the vendor compliance audits by conducting a biannual audits of all critical vendors, focusing on system resilience, data integrity, and also adherence to service level agreements. Also, we can implement a performance scoring system for vendors and also establish penalties for non-compliance. For the second recommendation is to give a contract enhancement by updating contracts to include specific clauses for compliance with industry regulations and penalties for service failure. It will also require the vendor to conduct regular stress tests and share results with us.
Excellent point. Communication failure also worsened the impact of this incident. So Ms. Anis, how can we improve our crisis communication strategy?
Okay, for the effective crisis communication is vital to maintaining the public trust during critical incidents. So my recommendations are, first is to develop a comprehensive crisis communication plan by establish clear communication protocols for different crisis scenarios, including pre-approved templates for public statements. And second is to identify and train spokespersons who can address the media and stakeholders confidently and transparently. Second point is conducting internal communication improvements by establish a centralized communication hub for employees to receive consistent and timely updates during crisis.
Thank you, Ms. Anis. Compliance gaps were a major factor. So, Ms. Dila, how can we address this gap and ensure robust the compliance?
We can strengthen compliance requires end-to-end approach. Our recommendation include first, enhance stress testing by conduct regular system stress tests to identify vulnerabilities in our IT infrastructure. We can also simulate high transaction scenario to ensure system resilience under peak loads. We can also improve the whistleblowing mechanism by we launch the whistleblowing program with improvement anonymity features and a clear escalation process and act promptly on flagged issues, ensuring whistleblowers to receive feedback on action taken.
Alright, thank you everyone. These steps that have already been pointed out must be treated as urgent priorities. Let assign clear responsibilities and set timelines to ensure accountability. That's all for today. Thank you for your time.